Hello everybody, Zeff here with ZeffsTrading. Hope you guys are doing well today. Going to wrap up the week here with this chart lesson, July 19th, 2024. Pretty interesting day, a lot of news, power outages around the globe, flights delayed, etc. So another sell-off day. Some pretty decent trades in here. Overall, not as nearly as good as yesterday, but not too bad. Took 3 trades on the day. First one, loss, then 2 wins followed by it, and I'll go over that, of course. But let's jump into the chart review real quick and kind of just go through this. There's not a whole lot in here, so we'll probably breeze through this pretty quickly. But just, marking the pre-level highs here, we had this nice rally up, turns down here, and, the first couple of trades come in pretty soon, which is cool. In the pre-market session, I just don't see anything too much here. You might argue for this first entry, second entry short right here. But overall, I don't think it's too valid of a trade. You do have this move down, correction, another move down, double bottoms, and then we get into our real first trade. So I think trading in the pre-market, again, is always a little risky. Just be careful of it if you are taking any of these second entries or lower highs, etc. Okay, anyways, that being said here, we do have, right as the market opens here, a first entry, second entry short, but it's an inside bar and it's not closing all the way on its low, so I don't actually take these unless they're a full red bar or a full green bar, depending if what the direction is. This sells off, you get a nice first entry, second entry long, and I did see kind of this triple test here, 1, 2, and 3 with a second entry long. This isn't bad. This is also a break in new low. So maybe you take this. This isn't wick down. Probably pretty low risk bar here as well. Actually right within 2 points. But maybe you take that. I think I would wait though for the direction to fully shift, which it does, and then you get a really nice, just simple first entry, second entry long, looking for the break a new high of this uptrend. You see that it's triple test down here, and the bias is probably at least going to go up a little bit here. And plenty of room not only to the first swing high here, but this thing just takes off. So good trade right there. Nice, simple, easy second entry long, and then you're done. Okay, that being said, a little bit after market opens here, we get a nice sell off, and then this bearish khaki channel starts. But before that, you do get this nice break, new low, correction, first entry, second entry long, good signal bar. I think this one's definitely worth taking here. Little bit of a bigger bar here for 9 ticks, but entering with a limit order, you hopefully get filled here. Plenty of room to the highs though. You can go for 10 ticks or more with how the market was playing in the earlier session. So nice, simple second entry long here, and basically a nice measured move. As it goes down here, we kind of just chop sideways, but a slow drift to a bottom, making lower lows, lower highs. It corrects up here, and then you get a nice first entry, second entry short failure. Not enough room though to scalp out. And then kind of just get this like double top thing happen. Again, overall, you can kind of see that it's just swing lows, swing highs, swing lows, swing highs, prices above EMA, below EMA. So you're really looking for more a solid foundation to get into some of these trades. So carrying on here, you do have a nice first entry, second entry long, short. I don't like the signal bar here. Not really rejected off the EMA, going to the swing low. It does sell off, but not something that I like to see here. And we can draw our micro trend channels. In this case, bearish trend channel here with our break a new low, double bottoms, rallies higher. Again, just not a whole lot in here that I'm seeing that looks high probability. Again, price just above EMA, below EMA, just not a whole lot to say. After that, though, you do kind of get this little period of congestion across the board here. It tries to break out, tries to break above, fails. You get a move down here with your break new low to yesterday's low here, and it bounces off. You do get a nice first entry, second entry short. I think this one's above EMA, and it's not in good context. Overall, it's quite sideways, so you do got to be careful with it. And then this lower high, I'm sure someone got trapped. And you always got to remember, this is a trading range, so you got to be careful when taking lower highs or second entries. You're really looking just to buy the bottom and sell the top. Anyways, as it chucks along here, you do get a first entry and this like second entry long failure thing here. Overall, very congested. Don't take these. Makes its move up here, double top, sells off, lower high. Again, not really good signal bars either, even when the context is good, as it's selling off here on the upper trend channel. Sells off here, you just get a first entry short, moves higher. Again, sells off. I just don't see too many things to get in here. This one right here, you could argue, again, maybe taking these bearish signal bars once you're in the downtrend here. You could scalp these out when they're closing on their lows. Very nice aggressive trades here. You really got to make sure you're in the right direction of the trade. Just be careful with these, but these are, probabilistic trades as you're just going with the trend, scalping out for a little, maybe 6 to 8 ticks. Then we get this nice 1, 2, 3 triple test here. Again, overall, just congestion. Don't see anything in here. You do get a first entry, second entry short failure, and I would definitely enter one tick above the bullish outside signal bar here as it's trapping all the short traders, and you can see it takes off. And you actually don't get filled until this bar right here, and it immediately gives you your profit target, which is great to see. As it goes higher here, you do get this first entry, second entry long with the first break. Great second entry long, textbook setup. Again, just take those. Then carrying along here, once we get our move, our break, and new high, kind of saw this like 1, 2, 3 triple test, but what I really saw here that I liked is this lower high, and then you have like this other second bar next to it that really confirms your bias to the short side. And then after that, you could have even added onto a position with this next bearish signal bar as well. Carrying on below the 21 EMA here, you are in a downtrend. Just looking for second entries here. Unfortunately, you don't get one. You do get this first entry double bar matching high here. Never ticks higher. It is below. Maybe you take this if you know what you're doing. I just see this as one move down, break, and then I guess you could argue if you wanted. See, this is where it kind of gets a little discretionary because you have a first entry, and then by this inside bar, it is a second entry short. But visually, you can see the two-legged pullback is here, so maybe you could use this bar instead if you'd like. This had plenty of room to the swing low of the support here, so maybe you take that if you. I'll mark that at least as aggressive if you know what you're doing. Then another first entry, second entry short, bad signal bar, double bar matching high. Nothing here overall, and you just got to be wary that it is little sideways here, so just be careful of that. This thing does break out though, and then goes a 1, 2, and 3 triple test, rejection off EMA. I think this is a very valid triple test here with a good signal bar, and this leads to a move to the lower side. You do have to be careful because it is right into the swing low here, so definitely I would have entered with a limit order, maybe just a couple ticks back, but overall context wise, I really like this. Fails to break out and comes to a whole different move as the market starts rallying higher. You do get this first entry, second entry short failure. Overall, I don't think this looks quite good, especially with how biased the day is, so you got to be careful with the failures today. I saw this bullish kind of broad channel going above the 21 EMA, this like weird little break, and then it rallies higher, and this was kind of an indication that this thing's just going to keep going. And then all of a sudden just drops off with this nice big red bar. Channel's lower here. First entry, second entry short failure, tries to go higher again, failure, traps people. Overall, nothing in here that I would see for within this, hour period and a little bit more. But at the end of the day, as the market starts to pick up some volume, some volatility, market rallies higher. Rallies higher above the 21 EMA. Get a first entry, second entry long. Nothing here, really nothing above the, not touching the 21 EMA. So, this one right here is pretty tempting actually because it's only 4 ticks, even though it is a red bar. Maybe take that if you know what you're doing. I'll just wait for a higher low. Unfortunately, you just don't get it down here. You get it all the way up here and you can't take that. You're right into the swing high, and sure enough, it traps them. Goes down, and then it rallies higher. There's a first entry, second entry long here with this particular signal bar. Maybe you take that. It would also be a 1, 2, 3 triple test. At least to move back up to the swing high of 3. Yeah, you had 3 points basically. So maybe you take that first entry, second entry long, realizing that you're trapping short traders again. I don't know. This is where my trades come in though for today, as I got here quite late. But this one was so I saw the move higher here. I saw this. I thought the bias would continue for the day of going along. But I saw first entry, second entry short, failure. So I entered with a limit order after this bar to have my 2-point stop. And yeah, sure enough, I just completely missed the context. If I already saw this break a new high, so I'm not really looking for a failure here. So just my mistake. I got to read the context better. Not so much tunnel visioning on the pattern. Anyways, sells off here. Took my 2-point stop, and happy I took my stop though, because this thing just sells right off. And then if you look closely, I see this red bar closing out slow. I see this red bar closing out slow, and I'm basically taking the next one here as just a signal bar trade, and I just scalp out for 1 point. I saw this thing moving quite bearish down. I saw it was within the khaki channel here, and I had a good understanding and reading of the market, so that's why I went for that and just went for a quick 1-point scalp. After that happens, I see this move up. This is the first correction in this downward trend, so I'm still looking for the break and new low. So I actually do enter prematurely here with this failed entry short. It goes higher, and I really should have just been patient enough and waited for the second entry short. But with a pullback, you like 95% of the time at least get a move down, break, and retest of at least the swing low. So I was pretty confident I could get the 2 points here. So I actually moved my stop 1 tick above the most recent swing high. And it would have been this one, but it was actually this one, and I'll mark this. We'll just mark it pink. So I move my stop from here, and this is, again, I very rarely, but taking on a 4-point stop initially, waiting for it, and then I saw this first entry, second entry short, and it did come close, but I was pretty confident that we would get at least pull back to the swing low, and we did. Overall, I don't think I played this quite well. I think I just should have waited for that second entry short. I actually tried adding on once I saw the second entry short position, but it just sold off immediately. So overall, concept-wise, understanding price action, where it's going, correct. Overall entry, my entry order was bad, as I was just taking a first entry and not looking for the second entry, which it did happen. Again, I don't recommend having this big of a stop unless you are really, really confident and you're comfortable with taking a 4-point stop. Yeah, so fully discretionary there, and very advanced trades. Anyways, the second entry short comes, and again, try adding on, sells right off, no problem. So I get my total of 3 points for today on this 1 point, 2 point, and then just a small keeping it low, 2-point loss there. Overall, pretty choppy day. I don't really do perform very well on Mondays or Fridays, and I don't think I came into the market with the best mindset, but I still ending the week strong, ending the week green. Definitely want to be trading better, definitely want to be more selective and discretionary, discriminatory towards which in particular trades I am taking. And this second entry short is pretty much the only one I should have taken with being so late into the market on the day. Alrighty, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this chart review, and I'll see you guys next week.